Hey everyone, I hope that you can hear me. My name is Paulette, Ms. Music Jackson. I am the founder and CEO of Scorp Radio Network, which is an internet radio station based here in Ohio. And I'm also the host of the Classic Soul Music Cafe radio show that's heard across the country. It's a 2 hour long show filled with music, soul music, classic R&B, and also jazz. And my purpose for creating this video is to talk about the importance of supporting independent artists, indie artists, however you want to say it. And I support a lot of independent artists, people that I know, that I've known for a very, very long time throughout the years, and also other artists that I've been happy to be connected with in the past few years. And some mainstream artists that were signed with major labels at one point are now independent artists, which I support and will continue to do so. And what prompted me to do this video was a campaign that I saw on social media regarding a major R&B legendary recorded artist who is an independent artist now, working, still doing shows, still recording, has new music out right now, but is working on a project, a new project, new music, but also involved in that, of course, will be touring to promote that new music. And there was a campaign put out there, a GoFundMe page for this artist. And what frustrates me, what I see so much, is that you have all these people, especially on social media, that follow these artists, thousands and thousands of people who follow and or on their pages and friends, especially on Facebook. But when they share or post about new music, shows, new projects that are coming up, that are working on, and asking for their fellow artists, but especially their fans, for the help, it's like only a handful of people respond. And I saw something posted recently where there was a gentleman who's part of the management team for this artist. It's like, you have to think about it. I have hundreds and some of them thousands of people who like and follow my pages and supposedly friends of these social media pages, but you only have a handful of people, and most of the time it's the same people who respond, who share, who help promote their works, their shows, their new projects, whatever the case may be. And it becomes frustrating. As an independent artist myself, and when I say independent artist, of course, your first thing you're going to think of is musicians and singers, and that's primarily what I'm talking about. But there's also those of us who are artists, who are voiceover artists, who are photographers, who are graphic designers, who are artists, and do so many things in the arts and entertainment world. They're entrepreneurs. So many of us, like myself, who own internet radio stations, and I think people have a misconception about all that entails. It takes money to do that. It takes money to keep it running. And a lot of us independent radio stations, independent internet radio stations, support a lot of the independent artists that you all say you love and you follow. And with that, I urge all of you who are fans of so many of these artists, whether they're jazz, R&B, soul, whatever, what have you, whatever genre that you love and you like, but you know that they're independent. And when I say independent, I mean they're not signed to a major label. They're doing it themselves. They are the record label. They are the distributors. They are the promoters. They are the booking agents themselves. The artists, a lot of artists don't have a team behind them to push their product, to push their brand. They're doing it themselves. And a prime The first person that comes to mind, there's so many, is a dear friend of mine, Mr. Frank McComb. He is an international soul jazz recording artist. Started here in Cleveland, started in Cleveland, Ohio, and is now in LA, but travels all over the world. I mean, all over the world, everybody, in the States and in other countries. And he is phenomenal. He is fantastic, fantastic artist, especially whether he's recording himself, collaborating with other people. He is just fantastic. And he's just one of the many independent artists that are doing it all themselves and coming out of their pockets to do it. And so with that, again, I urge all of you to not only go see their live shows, to purchase their music. Please do not go out and get these bootleg CDs, which CDs are going out of the window, just to let you all know. In a little short while, you won't even be able to find a CD. So it's best to download. It's like digital downloads and that kind of thing. So I urge all of you to go to all of these outlets that these artists are telling you directly to go to purchase their music. Purchase the music. Go and support and buy tickets to their live shows. When you see it posted on social media, please share it. Share. If you can't go, if you know they're going to be in a city where your friends or family are, share it. Let them know. Tag them on the post. Share. Sharing is caring, everyone. And not only that on social media, just, purchase their music. I know it's good, phenomenal, amazing music. Not only Frank McComb, there's a jazz recording artist. He's a drummer. Elijah Gilmore, jazz saxophonist John J. Sax Watkins. People that used to be signed with major labels are now independent artists. And I can go down the whole list of people that are independent artists that have phenomenal music out. And I don't see from my end and what I've been hearing from some of these artists, 100% of the support is not there, especially for those of you who follow them on social media. It is so important not only to share their posts, not only to tell your family and friends or co-workers, whoever, that you know love music and love real music, love live music. It is so important that you share their music, their collaborations, their whatever they're doing, whatever projects that they're doing, that they're going to do, that they want to do, that they're in the works of doing. Share all of it, everyone. Just like a lot of you have 9-to-5 jobs because you got to pay the bills, you got to put kids through college, you got to, keep the lights on and keep a roof over your head. These independent artists, that is their job. That is their 9-to-5. However, it's not 9-to-5. It's 24/7. It's a 24/7 grind. And it's important. Just like a lot of you work for these companies or whatever, there's somebody that has to pay for the services that company provides or that you provide working for that company. That's your 9-to-5. That's your bread and butter. Independent artists, the music that they perform, that they record, that they put out, that they distribute is their bread and butter. That's what keeps a roof over their head. That's what keeps their kids in college. That's what keeps the lights on. That's what keeps gas in their cars. That's what allows them the ability to tour from city to city, country to country, to come and put on a phenomenal show for all of you who say you love them. So I'm urging you, as an independent artist, as an entrepreneur, and who is in this arts and entertainment music business herself, I urge all of you, just like as I support a lot of these independent artists, I urge all of you as fans to do the same. Please buy their music. The money that you spend on a high-priced cup of coffee every day, take that money for 2 weeks. 2 weeks to start. Take that money, buy your favorite artist's music. Artist, plural. Take that money and buy their music. Go see their shows. A $20, anywhere from $20 to $30, $35 show ticket versus 90 to 100 for a lot of these artists who are signed to major labels. But for those artists, you're not only paying to see the show, you're paying for the venue, you're paying for the part of the record labels that they get that money. So that's all that stuff that you're paying for. Independent artists going to put on a fantastic show for you too. And a lot of them are in a more intimate setting, which I prefer, which I love. But you're going to pay half of that and a little less for a fantastic show. Why not take the money that you would spend on high-priced coffee or a lottery ticket or whatever, for 2 weeks? I challenge you all, for 2 weeks, starting. Not saying stop there, but starting. Take that money and support these artists. Support your favorite independent artists. And again, whether they're soul, jazz, R&B, whatever genre that you're into, that you love, believe me, there are independent artists in every genre of music. Start supporting them. And again, I can go down the list. I have friends, personal friends, that are phenomenal artists, recording artists, performing artists, that I support, that I will be happy to pay my money to go see. I will be glad to pay my money to buy their music, and I have, and I will continue to do so for their events. And not only music, I have photographer friends who are phenomenal photographers. Case in point, there's a celebrity photographer named Farrell Phelps. He is based out of Houston, Texas, and I am so proud to say that he has become a dear, dear friend of mine. And he has become my photographer because I have 2 books out. I have a voiceover business. I have a radio station. I have a radio show. I have so much under my umbrella, under my brand that I'm creating. And I need a photographer. Yeah, I have one in here in Cleveland that I can contact. But again, these people are artists too. And they provide a service that they expect to be paid for just like anybody else. So I urge all of you again to please support your favorite independent artists all over the country. Support their YouTube pages, support their and support their websites, because all of them have it. Follow them on social media, but not only follow them, everyone. Share their posts, share their tweets with your family and friends and coworkers that you know love music, love art, love photography, graphic arts, graphic design, whatever it is in the arts and entertainment music industry. Creative arts. It is so important to keep this going, to keep it supported, because it is our livelihood. This is our business. This is our bread and butter. I urge all of you again, and I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but this is very, very important to me. I continue to support independent artists with the entities that I have. As long as I have a platform, like my station, Scorp Radio Network, and my show, The Classic Soul Music Cafe, as long as I have those platforms to support independent musical artists, I will do so. And I urge all of you to do